things have changed in boxing in regards to, well, not in boxing, well, they have, but in like how I view boxing, how I cover boxing, how, I approach the sport overall. So you can think I'm lying. That's cool. And don't think I'm going to be on here committing fucking career suicide like my man fucking Fred over there and motherfucking showing y'all the shit, and therefore I will never have access to information like that again. But we can talk about it. I can talk about what I've seen to a certain degree, obviously. So what would you like to know? There's something in there called at discretion. And I've dealt with something like that. And I'm currently dealing with that at discretion shit. And when it comes to the venue and the date, from what I've seen, I mean, I have it. He don't have no say in that shit. So yeah, he can, posture for more money. He's going to get more money. The fight is going to happen. And Al Heyman is a very, very powerful man. Why do you think people don't talk about him openly? Like promoters. You don't hear like Eddie Hearn be like, well, Al Heyman, when Bob Arum did that shit at the end of Crawford versus Khan, him and Al Heyman talked about 2 days later. Bob Arum, in fact, let me show y'all right now what I'm talking about. So I've got to a point where I don't chase headlines no more. Like even yesterday morning, I was awake when that Conor McGregor shit dropped. I didn't do a video. That's not where I'm at in boxing media. I'm not chasing shit no more. So I could have did a video, probably had about 10,000, who knows, maybe view, whatever, because I could have shown the footage. I was here like early yesterday morning when that shit dropped. I watched all the shit. And before it hit TMZ, I watched it all and I was like, damn, like that dude looked like Conor. And I was like, I can do a video, but that's not who I am anymore. So for me to do something like this, to put that type of shit in the title, TstreeT has seen a contract, I'm not here to motherfucking lie to you. I get credentials to media events. And for those who've been following my channels over the years and been following me overall in life, I got a lot of crazy shit going on in my life. So the last thing I need, especially if, with all the legal shit I got going on, is for me to go to court and be like, this guy's putting out videos of him saying he's seen contract of fighters. He's a liar. I'm not lying to you motherfuckers. I got no reason to. But however, after this video, rest assured that I'm probably not going to ever talk about it again. So from what I've seen, man, that motherfucker, listen, I like Andy Ruiz. I've seen this shit, time and time again. I know how it works. He's going to get some more money. He's going to get some more money. But as it stands, even though things look shady with that press conference, what was I looking for? Hold on. I got something I'm looking for. Where you at, Boxing Social? Up and coming, rising YouTube boxing media channel. Believe it or not, I was a little pissed. This is actually the reason why I left Joshua Ruiz early. Because I was pissed because they put us American, whatever. I'm not going to talk about it. But I was in my shit. Because I'm like, how the fuck they have like they're in America, but they were catering to UK media. So I'm thinking like, wait a minute, I could be home and doing this shit, but that's a whole different story. But I'm looking for a specific interview. Let me find it for you. And why is the super chat not working? Is it working? Are my alerts working? Is it delayed? Bastards, it's not working. It's delayed. See? TMG showing some love. Can't wait to see this. Thanks, the channel. How you pronounce that? But I'm looking for something. Hold up. I want to show you some shit real quick. and I'm going to answer all your questions, and I'm going to try to fix the alert. So one of the reasons why I've been chilling, and not really doing streams like that and videos is because, for one, it's August. And there's not really nothing popping off until next week in regards to boxing season, the way I look at it. Was it the Boxing Social that interviewed him? I done lost the video, y'all. I forgot what video it was. I think it was them. Let me see. Aram Spence. So next week I'm going to be busy. And the week after, and September is busy outside of in the States Labor Day weekend. Damn, this was important. I wonder if I go through my... Let me see. See, I'm fucking up already, man. I'm fucking up already. So I've been trying to fix up my platform because I've been lagging a lot since I've been using this new program, and everything's been everything's been a little wacky. Why don't I just do it this way? Aram Heyman. Yo, we're going somewhere with this. I'm not just fucking rambling. We're going somewhere with this. You're going to get some valuable intel. I know we're going to... Motherfucker... RF, we're going to talk about the contract. All right? Just give me a minute. Shit. Just give me a minute. We're going somewhere. You motherfuckers, man. Damn, I lost it. Well, we're going to have to move on. Damn. I did a video on it. What the fuck? Well, it's time to move on. From what I've gathered, Andy Ruiz don't got no say in location. Yeah, he can get a little bit more money. They've talked about Eddie Hearn in interviews that this is what I'm going to do. How about this? While we're doing this, I'm going to leave this open because I want you to watch this as well. We're going to play through some clips of this. Andy Ruiz did some rounds in Mexican media the last few days. Don't worry. I got you, motherfuckers. Don't worry. And while you're listening to this and we dissect it, I'm going to be able to fix my alerts because they're not working. Let me see if I go here, will it work? Let me see something real quick. Does it work? Nope, none of it's working. So while we're doing that, we are going to talk about this while I try to fix some shit up.
Eddie's story came out over the weekend that Andy Ruiz Jr. is still yet to sign to fight Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia on December 7th.
Can you shed any light on this?
Yep, fake news, he's already signed. So now it's really answering some questions that he has about the rematch, which is more logistically, and some boxing questions as well. But they know what they signed up to, and we look forward to a thrilling fight.
AJ came out last week and said he would love the fight to be held in Wales. What convinced him of Saudi Arabia?
A few things really. I think the vision of the event, the opportunity to box in somewhere completely different, and Andy Ruiz's comments. You know, he didn't want to fight in the UK, he felt it was unfair. I don't think AJ wants any excuses. You know, he wants to make sure that he wins this fair and square, and to do it on a neutral territory made sense. But to see the vision that the Saudi government had about this event and about what they're trying to do in boxing, we've seen them, you know, dip their toes in with the World Boxing Super Series final, with the Amir Khan fight, and a whole host of other sporting events as well. This was a big opportunity to come and be part of an iconic event that I believe will go down in history and change the face of boxing worldwide.
What would you say to people who think that Anthony Joshua is cashing out and taking a greater risk by staging this fight in Saudi Arabia as opposed to having home advantage at the Millennium Stadium?
I don't think Anthony Joshua needs to cash out. I think he's doing all right. But in terms of the risk, there is greater risk for him in this fight doing it in a neutral venue than over in the UK. I think that's just common sense. But I admire him for that. He doesn't fear a challenge. You know, he talked about MSG, he talked about Cardiff. This situation come up for a neutral venue. It was a deal everybody was happy with. AJ's happy. And, you know, we look forward to making sure that he tries to regain those belts on December 7th.
During the negotiation process, did you ever question where that we would get to this stage where the rematch is signed and sealed?
Yeah, I mean, the rematch was signed a long time ago. You know, it's part of Ruiz's obligations. But, you know, leverage in boxing exists all the time. And, you know, even as we speak here, I'm sure going to have to give Andy Ruiz a couple of extra rooms and planes. And in fact, he might need a new plane for his jewellery that he's bought since he beat Anthony Joshua. And I've seen his house as well. It's very impressive. So we'll see. I think it's a very dangerous fight for both guys. I think it's the best fight in the division. And I can't wait.
What were the main stumbling blocks?
You know, it's a shame that in boxing in this day and age, especially on YouTube, racism often is brought into boxing debate and comments. And it's like, wait a minute. From a standpoint of, look at it like this. Eddie Hearn doesn't have a reputation of putting on press conferences or events and they're not going through, right? In regards to no disrespect. But Frank Warren, you know, he'll put on a press conference or some shit and over there, and then a fighter will pull out, shit get moved around. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom don't have their reputation. So take race out of it, right? For them to put on this event without both of the fighters, a little bit shady. But I have seen something like this before. I can't remember where the actual fighters weren't there, but they had like a little media. Oh, with Leonard Ellerbe and Dana White for Mayweather McGregor. I'm not saying this is a you know, like the same situation, but what I'm saying is it does look shady. But from what I've seen, like, contracts are legally binding, and for some reason it's this weirdo like narrative floating around, or maybe it's just like clickbait content where people like Andy Ruiz should just drop his titles. He don't need those belts, and you know, then Anthony Joshua had to get them all again. And it's like, wait a minute, during all that time, Andy Ruiz would be on the shelf. He would be sued to smithereens. None of this stuff makes sense. Like, there's a contract. Do you know what happens when you violate a contract? Now, in the contract, for the people who are asking, from what I've seen, Andy Ruiz has no say over the location. It's in the discretion of Matchroom Boxing. And that indiscretion shit, that shit, let me tell you. I have a situation in life, you know, a lot of people have often asked, you know, and like, you know, TstreeT, how the fuck do you, like, what the fuck do you do? How do you pay for all this shit? You know, I'm in a situation where that indiscretion shit, man, that's a big deal right there. That's a big, big deal. You know? So in regards to the location, Andy Ruiz, from what he signed on the contract, he don't have no say in that. However, you know, he can posture and maneuver, and with Al Heyman's help, try to finesse out of that situation. You think Al Heyman not, and his team and lawyers not looking over that contract all day, every day, trying to find some type of way out? While Eddie Hearn and his team, like, shit, like, you know, because let's face it, a lot of people didn't think that Andy Ruiz would would win. And Eddie Hearn and his team surely didn't think that he would lose, meaning Anthony Joshua, but they had to make sure, shit, for that fucking rematch clause, we got to make sure shit. And on the outside, you got Pulev, right? You got my man Pulev in Top Rank. It is Bob Arum in Top Rank. Don't get it twisted. But his main promoter is who they call Epic Sports or something like that. But they're like, yo, like, they better fucking get this fucking fight on, or we want that IBF belt, or we want that shot. But yeah, for all that shit, like, you know, like, I like to say it like this. And it is true. And I'm going to use his quote. 78 Sports TV said it himself. That people like to be manipulated. Like, y'all like that shit. All this shit y'all watching on YouTube every day, like, I only do one video on that shit, maybe 2, 3. I'm not going to be doing videos every day. I'm sorry. That's not who I am anymore. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be doing videos every day on, well, Eddie Hearn said this. Breaking news. Anthony Joshua, blah, blah. I'm not, no. Like, because, like, research, the shit is cut and dry. Andy Ruiz does have those 3 belts. But as it stands, those belts on layaway or fucking rent to own. He don't own them yet because he's bound to this contract rematch clause. After he wins, if he wins, I'm going to say it, I feel he's going to win a rematch. That's my shit. I feel that Andy Ruiz is going to beat Anthony Joshua again. I like what Anthony Joshua is doing. I like him as a fighter. I like him as a person, even though that fucking that PC shit he be on be a little too cringy all the time. You know, but, you know, overall, I respect him as a man and as a fighter, and I like what he done. And I like what he's done in this period in time. But I feel Andy Ruiz is going to win the rematch. But as it stands, Andy Ruiz does not, you know, like, until he wins, if he wins, December the 7th, in motherfucking Saudi Arabia where he's going, then technically, like, he don't have no say. No, technically, he don't have no say. He don't have no say. So y'all go listen to these fucking motherfuckers on YouTube all y'all want. Hey, that's your shit. I watch crazy ass shit on YouTube and shit. I've been watching the same fucking Jeffrey Epstein shit. I know all that shit. And everybody's talking about the same shit over and over and over again. But guess what? I still watch it. So go ahead, keep watching all that shit. Y'all don't have to believe me. I've come across contracts and shit when that fucking Mayweather Pacquiao fucking got official. Ain't nobody believe me. People were like doing parody videos on me. I was like, yo, like, I was in shock myself. I was like, oh shit. It was the first time in life I ever got like big, like in boxing, like got big news, like from the Mayweather mansion. I would never say, you know, I got a call from the whatever. The point is, you know, like, when I be hearing shit sometimes, I be like, man, or when I get like a hold of that type of shit, I be like, well, like, people send me that type of stuff because they know I'm not gonna, you know, like, go off and be like, oh, I got this from this person. But I'm telling you this from what I've read. In fact, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Obviously, I'm not gonna show you. Hold up, I'm gonna look at some shit real quick. I can't read it though. I'm trying to figure out how to like word it to give you like little snippets and shit. He's going to motherfucking Saudi Arabia, yo. You know? So go ahead. Let's get your questions, you know, answer your questions. We're only going to be here for about another half an hour or so, but I want to make this half an hour fruitful. So it's 11:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been slacking. Well, I'm not going to say slacking. August has been kind of dry, but we do know that Kovalev Yarde is next week. And then after that, Kovalev Yarde is next week. Also, the Jose Estrada card is next week as well. So very busy week next week for me. And then the week after that, we roll into Loma versus Campbell. And then it's Labor Day weekend here in the States. And over in the UK, don't y'all have a holiday? Like September, like that first week, September, something like that. What is it, like a bank holiday or something? And then after is the Fury versus Wallin. The Haney fight, Haney versus Abdulayev. And then it's going to be busy and shit. So later on today, I'm going to come back likely with another stream. If not, it's definitely going to be the weigh-in videos. I have to watch the and catch up on Navarrete's opponent. So before this stream ends, in fact, we're going to be here for 45 minutes, maybe an hour from now. Well, it's 11:30, so we're probably not going to end till about 12:30. We're going to be here. We're going to talk. So I'm busy and shit. Like, as y'all know, my job is to give you post-fight videos, content, make sure we got the highlights, all that shit. So we're going to be busy the next, like, several weeks after this week. So we're going to be here. So let me get some of your questions. RF asks, what happened to Wilder's fake announcement saying he was going to fight Fury after Ortiz? Wilder versus Ortiz 2 may end up on PBC on Fox pay-per-view. That's going to be my bet. And some news was released on Twitter that November the 23rd is going to be the date. Like Thanksgiving week or some shit. In LA. And then him and Fury are supposed to fight before March Madness begins, but after the Super Bowl. So the build-up would be involving the Super Bowl. It would be interesting because we don't know who has the rights to that fight or who like has the leverage. Like, would it end up on PBC Fox? Would it be ESPN and a PBC Fox or Showtime? But my best bet is that Wilder versus Ortiz 2 is going to end up on PBC on Fox. For example, use your head, put this shit together. Wilder been doing commentary segments. They even have him in the PBC promos. You know, like his next fight is going to be on, you know, because Heyman, if you understand the mannerisms of how he works and put it on fights and shit like that, it makes perfect sense. You know, Wilder Ortiz 2 on PBC on Fox free TV. Not free TV, but PBC on Fox pay-per-view. Showtime is there, but, you know, PBC got to make some money, and they had to get their PBC on Fox shit right. So Showtime, I don't think they're going out of business in regards to boxing, but it's definitely been a bad year. And like Block U, James Jones. I'm actually freeing all the people from the block list very soon, likely next week. Is the DS fight this weekend? I'm going to be covering that. I'm going to buy UFC 241. Don't you know I've been invited to UFC events and I don't go? Or I don't sit in any of my team. I'm working on, I want to integrate that mixed martial arts content into, but that's a big deal. Like, it's different over there. You know, so I'm scared to like dip my toe in the water. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared to dip my toe in. Like, but we do have access to that shit. Like, no, like it's you know. So I'd be scared, like, to dip my toe in, you know? The DL, yeah. So we are going to be buying UFC 241. And I'm going to be covering that tomorrow. So I guess I'm being forced in the pool. Somebody picking me up and throwing me in there. But yeah, let's stay on topic. What were we talking about? What do we need to watch? Since I can't find that Bob Arum interview of how he talked to Al Heyman on the phone and confirmed that Al Heyman said, hey, bro, like, why you, I'm just paraphrasing or, you know, putting it in my own way. Bob Arum did that little rant at the end of Crawford versus Khan about it's Al Heyman, you know, and him and Al Heyman got on the horn a couple of days later. I believe Bob Arum was somewhere in the UK. I don't remember where, but the Boxing Social Channel, I believe it was them, caught up with him, and Bob Arum was like, yeah, I talked to Al Heyman on the phone, and I can't talk about what we talked about. But, yeah, the fight is going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So, I forgot what we're supposed to watch. And also, Golovkin versus Derevyanchenko could probably be announced today. That shit going to be announced, like, any day. So, I got to be prepared for that as well. Like, literally, that shit could be announced today. No bullshit. I'm not saying it will. Don't fucking put words in my mouth. I'm just saying, like, that shit is, like... You know, but also Golovkin's in some shit because Tom Loeffler has taken the Al Heyman role. He stepped down from being a promoter to an advisor. It's a lot of shit going on in boxing, man. I just be watching. Like, no bullshit. Tom Loeffler is now an advisor. Like, he said, fuck it, I'm going to be Al Heyman too. So now Golovkin previous management is pissed because there's some weird shit going on. Who you got in Kovalev versus Yarde? Kovalev. Oh, let's go check out some Anthony Yarde shit. There we go. I'm going to be going full coverage for that fight next week. I'm going to be covering. We're live streaming the final press conference, the weigh-in, and I'm going to be doing a post-fight show. Like, so with my post-fight video with highlights and a post-fight show. Like, that's a significant fight. A lot of shit going on, man. So I got to get some videos out like this weekend on this. I'm behind. BT Sport has been releasing a lot of content on Kovalev, Yarde, especially Yarde. Let me see. Sergey Kovalev versus Anthony Yarde fight breakdown is premiering at 3 p.m. today, so about 3.5 hours from now. I'm likely going to cover that. I don't have my car. I finally took my truck to the shop, so I don't have a vehicle. So there's literally no reason or no excuse for me not to be doing any videos. And my website has been... Shit is just in shambles, man. Shit is just in shambles. And then look, my fucking alerts are not working. I'm clicking the button, but nothing's popping up. I've been dating, though. Back out there on the field. And I've been losing weight. I became a fat ass. Hold up. Let's fix this quality. And get rid of that echo. My bad, I clicked it. My bad. We're back. I was saying that how do you view Anthony Yarde as a fighter? I don't see him being able to beat Kovalev. I've covered his fights. I've seen his fights. You know, and I be trying to find a way. You know, I'm dealing with a situation like I'm dealing with Errol Spence and Sean Porter. I love Sean Porter, man. You know, I even like his crazy suits and his tie. You know, his tie technique. But I'm trying to find a way where I can say, like, yo, he can really beat, like, Errol Spence if Errol Spence don't beat himself. So in the same, I'm looking at Anthony Yarde the same way. Like, what can he do outside of a puncher's chance to beat Kovalev? And I'm not fucking, like, I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm not sitting on the fence. Oh, and by the way, we're going to get back to the Andy Ruiz situation. I just had to switch shit up real quick. What about Josh Ruiz rematch? What is Andy talking about? Yeah, we're going to wrap that up at the end of the video. Had to give you a little teaser. So I like to do stuff like this, like where I like to like talk about like big topics and then talk about littler fights like in between, like Kovalev Yarde for the WBO 175-pound title in what is an unofficial 175-pound tournament that involves Canelo. You don't believe me? That's what's up. You don't have to believe me. I'm a liar. I'm lying. I ain't seen shit. Right? I'm a fraud. But yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I feel that if it was somebody else, that they probably would be fucking talking about fucking doing videos every day and shit. Like, yeah, I got the contract. I seen it. No, I seen it. I have it. But what do you want me to say? Like, from what I've seen, there's nothing to talk about. He's going to Saudi Arabia. What, you want me to read the shit to you? I'm not going to do that. But one thing for sure is if I was lying, it would be like career destroying, right? So unless Al Heyman comes up with some super master plan, you know? Yeah, because I'm tall. That's why I chose this chair. Hearn don't want to go to court. That's Andy's leverage. Yeah, but then that means what? Andy doesn't get paid either, right? Where's this logic coming from? Let's talk about that logic. That logic is massively flawed. People say, well, you know, Andy don't have to take the fight. And then Joshua, and Herman have to go to court. Then where does that leave Andy Ruiz? You think he's just going to be able to go fight fucking Deontay Wilder? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you people? Andy Ruiz is contractually obligated to fight Anthony Joshua. No one else. How they make him return to the tournament? What are you talking about? Of course, court hurts Andy much more than Joshua. I don't get, honestly, when I was, it's not just one video, 2 videos, 3 videos. There's a whole YouTube narrative of basically people saying Andy Ruiz can drop his belt and then Anthony Joshua would be screwed. None of this shit makes sense. None of it makes sense. Do people not understand, contracts? What the fuck? And then now that little press event has happened, Eddie Hearn had to go forward with that fucking press event or whatever that was. The wheels are in motion. You think that his side is not going to make sure that shit goes through? Saudi Arabian government is involved. They're trying to get their tourism up. So Al Heyman, listen, I don't know who it is that's, it's hard to believe, Al Heyman's life is like contracts and shit. It's hard to believe that it's him. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look at it, from all the years I've been covering boxing, and I'm trying to look at it, and I don't believe it. It's hard for me to believe that it's Al Heyman telling Andy Ruiz, yeah, you may have a chance to get out this shit. It's all this shit ain't right. Ruiz can drop his belts and still be obligated to fight Joshua. That's likely true. In fact, put it this way, I'm going to tell you some real shit. Once I saw that at discretion shit, I was like, it was really not really much more for me to read. Here, I'm going to read one sentence. Just one sentence. And I'm not even going to put all the words in, so therefore it's not the exact sentence. I'm going to read some shit for you. Venue and location to be decided by Matchroom, sole discretion. On a date in Matchroom, sole discretion. When Andy Ruiz signed for the first Joshua fight, he signed this contract. No, I'm not a lawyer. Hey, somebody put that guy hot. No, as a matter of fact, let me read his shit. I was going to say put him on timeout. Javier Logan, who doesn't have a avatar, by the way. TstreeT, you're not a lawyer, no offense. But if lawyers who I know in real life say he can get out of and obligated to side with them, why did I even read that? Read his comment and tell me that makes sense. Read his comment. Of course I'm not no motherfucking lawyer. You fucking asshole. You people, man, y'all are weird. Logically, I think that y'all like just talking about shit every day for no reason. None of this makes sense. That's sole discretion shit, man. That's sole discretion shit. That shit ain't no joke. Those words right there, sole discretion, that shit ain't no joke. So when he stepped into the ring to fight Joshua that first time, the contract was already signed for the rematch. How does that not make sense? Is the fight a done deal, motherfucker? How do I fucking know? Am I fucking Matchroom? How do I know? Why are you asking me this stuff? Like, dude, what is going on? I'm not in there. I'm just putting together what I know. You want me to see? You want me to say yes? The fight is done. I'm not motherfucking Eddie Hearn. Legally binding. That shit is like for real. Yeah, Nigel, that shit is for real, man. That shit is for real. So, I would say this. I'm going to say this. Up until I got that information and read that, I was on the fence. Like, something ain't right. But, strangely, I have a similar financial contract in life. I'm not going to go into any details. Where that's sole discretion, man. Like, that ain't no joke. Like, sole discretion, when you sign off on that, do you know what that means? Like, that means they had, let me see. I'm going to give you the exact definition. And pull that shit up for you guys. That shit ain't no joke, man. No, it's not child support, motherfucker. I pay my child support. And it's a little bit of money, too, compared to, like, being, like, people are weird. She'd rather be a single parent. People are just... No, but it's not child support. Child support ain't that sole discretion. That shit is, hold up. Sole discretion refers to legal ability to be the only person who has deciding power over a given situation. For example, if a relative dies but grants one child sole discretion over the will, only that child has legal right to act on behalf of the relative. But once again, signing that contract, a lot of people probably didn't think that Andy Ruiz was going to win. So it was like, all right, well, we'll deal with that later on. I'm a single parent and I don't receive child support. Then you're not doing something right, my friend. No offense. But we're not going to talk about that during this video. So, y'all can think what you want. A press tour is supposed to take place the first week of September in just less than a few weeks. And they're supposed to do a press conference in Saudi Arabia, in London, and then in New York. If that Saudi Arabia press conference doesn't happen, then you know some shit is really up. Can Andy challenge the location? Well, they said they gave Andy Ruiz some say, right? He did challenge the location, like he didn't want to fight in the UK. So they said, okay, we're going to Saudi Arabia. We got a deal over there. How is this not hard to, understand? I mean, how is this hard to understand? So once again, let's go back to this Sky Sports interview. And literally, Eddie Hearn answers all of your questions. Like, literally, he answers all the questions. Where we at? Like, fake news contract was already signed, meaning the contract was already... How can people make headlines, right, when Andy Ruiz says the contract hasn't been signed, but signing the contract for the first fight, which had a rematch clause, means you signed the contract? What the fuck? None of this makes sense. None of it.
Well, the main stump.
So, once again, let's go through this. And shout out to Sky Sports, the last time I did this. Mills Lane, Hearn is a documented liar and deceiver. In what? Now, I'm not saying, no, don't get me wrong. There's also this fucking bullshit narrative that I work for fucking Matchroom and Top Rank. I do a little bit of beta testing for the Zone every now and then, but I don't fucking, y'all motherfucker, it's no conspiracy over here. Of course he's a fucking jive talker. I was covering fucking Eddie Hearn back in 2010 before y'all motherfuckers and all this shit. Like, y'all don't know. Like, all this shit is all, this shit these motherfucking YouTubers on is new.
Eddie's story.
Yeah, let's go. I've been covering like international boxing. I've been covering international boxing since 2010, since 2014 on this channel. This is not new. Like, I was like, yo, like, if dude come to the States, they gonna be pissed. He talked too slick. He's a slickster.
Came out over the weekend that Andy Ruiz Jr. is still yet to sign to fight.
Listen in.
Story came out.
Listen in.
over the weekend that Andy Ruiz Jr. is still yet to sign to fight Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia on December 7th. Can you shed any light on this?
Yep, fake news, he's already signed. So now it's really answering some questions that he has about the rematch, which is more logistically and some.
What I want you to do is open your mind, and with everything I've told you, if you've been here the last 20 minutes, because I pretty much broke everything down, or if you've been here since the beginning, then now factor in what I've told you and listen to this interview again. And then we're going to recap it all again, since y'all like hearing shit over and over and over again. All right? Now, don't block him. Hell no. Leave Mills Lane alone. Damn it. And his fucking name is Mills Lane. Why would you block him?
Eddie's story came out over the weekend that Andy Ruiz Jr. is still yet to sign to fight Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia on December 7th. Can you shed any light on this?
Yep, fake news, he's already signed. So now it's really answering some questions that he has about the rematch, which is more logistically and some boxing questions as well. But they know what they signed up to, and we look forward to a thrilling fight.
AJ came out last week and said he would love the fight to be held in Wales. What convinced him of Saudi Arabia?
A few things really. I think the vision of the event, the opportunity to box in somewhere completely different, and Andy Ruiz's comments. You know, he didn't want to fight in the UK, he felt it was unfair. I don't think AJ wants any excuses. You know, he wants to make sure that he wins this fair and square, and to do it on a neutral territory made sense. But to see the vision that the Saudi government had about this event and about what they're trying to do in boxing, we've seen them, you know, dip their toes in with the World Boxing Super Series final, with the Amir Khan fight, and a whole host of other sporting events as well. This was a big opportunity to come and be part of an iconic event that I believe will go down in history and change the face of boxing worldwide.
What would you say to people who think that Anthony Joshua is cashing out and taking a greater risk by staging this fight in Saudi Arabia as opposed to having home advantage at the Millennium Stadium?
I don't think Anthony Joshua needs to cash out. I think he's doing all right. But in terms of the risk, there is greater risk for him in this fight doing it in a neutral venue than over in the UK. I think that's just common sense. But I admire him for that. He doesn't fear a challenge. You know, he talked about MSG, he talked about Cardiff. This situation come up for a neutral venue. It was a deal everybody was happy with. AJ's happy. And, you know, we look forward to making sure that he tries to regain those belts on December 7th.
During the negotiation process, did you ever question where that we would get to this stage where the rematch is signed and sealed?
Yeah, I mean, the rematch was signed a long time ago. You know, it's part of Ruiz's obligations. But, you know, leverage in boxing exists all the time. And, you know, even as we speak here, I'm sure going to have to give Andy Ruiz a couple of extra rooms and planes. And in fact, he might need a new plane for his jewellery that he's bought since he beat Anthony Joshua. And I've seen his house as well. It's very impressive. So we'll see. I think it's a very dangerous fight for both.
Reese Mack says TstreeT, so they can't all just sit down and simply renegotiate Andy's pay. Well, yeah, that's what they're working on. You know, to make Andy happy so he stopped bitching and complaining and then take his ass to Saudi Arabia. We're going to find out in a few weeks because that press conference is coming the first week of September. And the first one is supposed to be in Saudi Arabia. If that doesn't happen, then fucking raise those red flags. And I'm going to be doing a video saying like, yeah, I don't think that fight's happening in Saudi Arabia. But until then, as it stands now, the money's there. Andy Ruiz signed the contract a long time ago when he signed to fight Anthony Joshua. So imagine, right? Just put yourself, you know, in a situation. Yeah, I'll sign the fucking fight Anthony Joshua. And the rematch clause, yeah, I'll fight him anywhere. But now that he's the champion and he won, oh shit, let's see if we can try to get out of that. You know, they can't. It's not going down in Saudi Arabia, mark my words. We're going to see. So don't fucking think this is some fucking video and don't fucking go spreading shit bullshit about me saying, well, TstreeT says he saw the contract, so he said it's official. Nope. However, it is official. They did a press event. Even if it's not a press conference, they did a press event. The announcements are still up. Andy Ruiz and his side are not in. But I look at the shit on Andy Ruiz's side of them not promoting it and endorsing it until they get the money that they want. And I think that's going to happen. But he can't fight nobody else until he fights Anthony Joshua. Period. Period. So, Andrew Ruiz, since he has the belts, those are that's leverage right there. And it's going to be huge headlines when Andrew Ruiz finally says, yes, it's done. It's official. You know, that is leverage right there. You know, Andrew Ruiz has the belts. So, you know, he wants to have the last say. That's very Al Haymanish. So people are waiting for Andrew Ruiz to say when it's done. And how much is it going to cost Matchroom to give him more money to say that, oh, yeah, okay, Andrew Ruiz, can you say that it's done now so your people can shut the fuck up? Laugh my ass off. You guys are stupid if you think Andy is going to go to Saudi. Okay. Then what would be his option? Let's talk about that, though. What would Andy Ruiz... Okay, let's say for December 7th comes... Andrew Ruiz and Anthony Joshua don't step into the ring. What happens? What do they do? Do they fight Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz winner? How long would Andy Ruiz be going to court? Where would he be making money from? His belts are surely going to be stripped. The IBF already on their way. The WBA will probably be the last one to hold on. WBC may make him a Emeritus champion, but he will be on the shelf to at least 2021. At least 2021. No fighter wants to go through 1 year not fighting because you want to be fucking petty and not fucking go to Saudi Arabia. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't get more money. Even when I heard Saudi Arabia, I was like, what the fuck? But then I used logic and education like, well, wait a minute. Saudi Arabia is trying to like get rid of that, the stereotype of, well, you can't go here, and all that. They're trying to get their Dubai and Mumbai on, They're trying to become like a big time tourist, and travel destination without the drinking, without the pot. Patrice asks, would I cover boxing in Saudi? What does that mean? You damn well know I'm not going to motherfucking Saudi Arabia. I'd probably get locked up for life or some shit. You think TstreeT would go to Saudi? Hell no. Count me out. Last thing I need is to go on an adventure in Saudi Arabia and get locked up in some Saudi Arabian jail. No way. Hell no. And yeah, it's a lot of chicks, female reporters. They say shit. I'm not going either. No way. TstreeT fucking getting drunk and thinking he gonna walk to the desert or some shit. No way. I don't need those problems in my life. Once I heard Saudi Arabia, I was like, yep, that is nope. Nope. TstreeT will not get stoned. TstreeT, if the court says Andy has legal reasons not to go to Saudi, would that not rule over the contract? If the government intervenes, that's an interesting question, because I actually think that maybe that's the route they're going to try to go. Because he did talk a little bit about it. In fact, let me pull it up. He did talk a little bit about it in that little video he released on the plane while he was going down to Mexico or whatever to do the Mexican media events. By the way, he's done a lot of interviews over the last few days. If you haven't seen, like something like this, I got Rosetta Stone that I downloaded illegally off a pirate. Oh, I feel I'm illegal. I downloaded Rosetta Stone illegally. But I do need to I can understand Spanish and shit because I'm half black, half Mexican, and half Irish. But I want to be able to speak it. So he did a lot of stuff like this over the last several days. And before he was on a plane and he did a live stream, I was actually up. It was about maybe 11 p.m. on, what was that, Tuesday? He was on his Instagram live. And he was talking about like a bunch of shit, answering questions. So something told me to record that shit. And then don't you know, when I come down here the next day, I see it's like blown all up on social media, of the shit he was talking about. And I could have had that shit in high quality. So I'm going to show you what I was talking about. And play the video I did the morning that I woke up and did it. Where he kind of alludes to the fact that maybe the government may be involved in some type of way. Yeah, I'm more than just a man. Yes. So this is the video I did the other day. I'm not going to play the whole video, but just the beginning part of the clip, since I can't find a clip online. So let's see. Let's start right here. Where's it at? Where's the clip? Here we are. Yeah, he was on a plane on his way to Mexico or some shit.
Everybody's talking about the fight and all that, but we got the real news coming soon. But the fight isn't gonna happen soon. AJ got the rematch. Yes, we got the rematch. We taking that rematch, champ. Of course. But it's gonna be on my term and our term. We're gonna bring it back here in the United States. AJ low, he's scared. Hell yeah, why do you think he's over there trying to make the fight over there in Saudi Arabia? Like I said, I don't have no protection over there. The United States of America wants to try to make the fight over there in Saudi Arabia. Like I said, I don't have no protection over there. The United States of America wants to... Never mind, I can't say nothing, but... The fight...
So what was he about to say right there? The United States of America what? And do you think somebody tapped him? No, I say I'm cool. I say I'm cool. You know, who said what? You know, the United States of America what? Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, what does that mean? Is it, AV Julian, is it possible to elaborate on the no protection comment? Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. So, now, let's understand this. He is United States unified heavyweight champion. Mexican, you know, very good for press, very good for media. So, Al Heyman is very fucking powerful. People don't understand that. You know, his reach is far, so could the government be involved in some? I don't know. Like, but that right there was you know, it was telling. You know, but also factor in this. Do you not, that night, that week of that fight, security in Saudi Arabia is going to be high as fuck. The residents there, they're not going to be able to do the regular shit that they would be doing. They're going to clean up the streets. They're going to get all the bums and the homeless and all that shit out that whole area. It's going to be one of those type of weeks where, you know, for the residents there, like the law is going to be extra strict. So the American government and the Saudi, see, we're going too deep down a rabbit hole. But rest assured, for an event like this to come to Saudi Arabia, the government in Saudi Arabia is going to be heavily involved. Heavily involved. Because it's a big tourist event for them. They're trying to get their GDP and all that shit up. And yeah, a lot of people I've been noticing comment after comment, Saudi Arabia is level 2, level 2, level 2. They trying to fix that shit with this fight. That's what they're trying to fix. So you don't think that the Saudi government and all their fucking police for it and all that shit, like, listen, we got this big fight coming over here. If you motherfuckers fuck this up, we don't want no bodies, no nothing. Like, you don't think they... Come on, guys, come on. But they're going to guarantee the fucking shit out of Andy Ruiz safety. They want him there like a motherfucker. Yeah, Mexico's bad as shit. They fucking like cook you in big ass vats, like the fucking oil drums and shit. Decapitate you, put your dick in your mouth. Ugh, grotesque. You know, so you know, but that's life. That's you know, it's life, man. Shit. Ugh. You know, Gilberto Ramirez, he was like, he's just this most smiley faced dude. Don't you know he was a cold killer? I ain't gonna say too much though. You'd be surprised, man. A guy like Matthew Macklin can't come to the States from some old shit he got into in the past. Boxing be saving people's lives. Ain't he got greedy? Nah, it's not greedy. This is This is boxing. Yeah, they do. In Mexico, they decapitate you, cut your dick off, and put it in your mouth. Like, yeah, man, they don't fuck around like that down there. Decapitate the shit out you.
Both guys, I think it's the best fight in the division, and I can't wait.
What were the main stumbling blocks in the negotiations?
Nothing. Like I said, there was no negotiations needed. You know, that contract was signed a long time ago. We were fair to.
I like MTK. Don't talk about MTK. Don't get me started. And the Australian boxing cartel that don't get me started.
To them, you know, we spoke to their team and we have done throughout this whole process. They made it clear they didn't want to come to the UK. We could have staged this fight in the UK, but we gave it to him on neutral territory. AJ doesn't want any excuses, nor do we. So it's a level playing field for everybody. And we'll see who the best man is on December 7th in a clash on the dunes.
In the end, was money the deciding factor?
No, again.
Look, Eddie gonna start fumbling right here. He fumbles the rock right here. Of course it was the motherfucking money. Look, he gonna be like,
See who the best man is on December 7th in a clash on the dunes.
In the end, was money the deciding factor?
No, again, like, you know, all that stuff was taken care of a long time ago. Andy Ruiz got a big gift when he got the shot against Anthony Joshua. And part of those obligations were him to oblige by the contractual terms of a rematch for the fight. It's nothing new, standard industry. He negotiated that deal. He was over the moon with that deal. And the opportunity that he received changed his life forever. Congratulations. Now you've got to try and beat Anthony Joshua again. And if he can, he's going to go on and he's going to fight the undisputed fight against Wilder or Fury, or whoever that may be. But, you know, like I said, we gave him the opportunity, and he will, as I know Andy Ruiz is a man of his word, he will abide by the contract that he signed.
Did Anthony Joshua's trainer Rob McCracken voice any concerns about taking this rematch straight away?
No, I think everybody felt that this was the fight to take. There's huge amounts of pressure in this fight. I've had loads of people come on to me and say, he should have a warm-up fight, he should have a warm-up fight. That was put to end.
Yeah. I know my Twitch, my alerts aren't working for when people subscribe or donate. I'm clicking it. So I do have a podcast coming. I do have a live show coming. I've been enjoying my August. This is the first month, I would say, that I've actually been like walking. You know, last year, for those who don't know, I was in a coma. You know, I had to learn how to walk again and all that. And then as soon as I started getting back together, I ended up with a grade 3 ankle sprain. So I was in a boot all the way up until about a month and a half ago. Then I was wearing a brace. So been having some sound issues, some tech issues. I'm a one-man production team. So a lot of this stuff, it may seem like it's easy, but it's not. So I'm still working out the kinks. We're going to be having call-ins. And since September is such a big month in boxing overall, it's always been. You know, that's like my season premiere. So I treat boxing as like seasons. You know, I'm not the type to be, you know, there'll be a time where, you know, you'll see me maybe do 30 videos in a week. And one week I may do only maybe 5. And then maybe just post-fight. That's how it's always been around here. That's how it's always going to be. But now I got a busy ass fucking schedule coming up. You know, it's going to be busy as shit these next couple of weeks. So I decided tomorrow I actually was going to slack a little bit and just cover the Navarrete fight on ESPN, but we got UFC 2, and it's like Nate Diaz's return. So tomorrow we're going to be switching it up, and we're going to be covering boxing and mixed martial arts tomorrow. And then next week, you know, it's Kovalev versus Yarde, Estrada versus Beeman. Also, John O'Carroll and Liam Smith has been added to that card. And then a week after that is Loma versus Campbell card with Huey Fury versus Povetkin. And then it's a bunch of cards just coming up. You know, I'm not dreading it, but I'm like, oh shit, bro, you got to get your fucking shit together. You got a fucking bunch of work coming up. and then my website. So later on today is the, in fact, while we're here now, let me go check on ESPN Plus real quick to see what time that Navarrete weigh-in is, because I missed the press conference yesterday. Let's see what's going on here. And Brendan Figueroa fight is next week, and he got a PBC some shit coming up. Face to face, and I just don't like, he give me the creeps. Like, what the fuck? I'm human. I can say that, right? 4 p.m. is the Navarrete versus. Damn, I'm so fucking behind. Navarrete, remember, he beat Dog Bay twice. 122-pound WBO champion. Davaka weighing. Who's on this card? Man, I'm gonna be busy as shit. So after I end this stream, I'm going to do some food prep. I've been running around like all week. I'm going to do some food prep, probably play some video games, take a nap, watch some controversial documentaries on probably YouTube or Netflix, and then come back and just get these videos out. So here's the card tomorrow. I'm going to be covering this, just giving you a little glimpse. So I'll be covering all this shit. I was at the ESPN card last week. Navarrete versus Francisco Davaka. Chris Van Herden, remember he got beat up by Spence. No disrespect, Chris. Versus Haslanbek Kozlov. So basically, I'm gonna tell you what fights I'm going to be covering. Arnold Barbosa beat up and put an end to Mike Alvarado run. Alvarado was doing so good too. Mike Alvarado was doing so good. Like he was on what? 1, 2, and I covered these fights. I covered him versus Corral, Torres, Strode, Sakara, and Angel Martinez. Like literally did videos like, oh shit, motherfucker, Mike Alvarado fighting. So he was on what's this, a 6-fight winning streak, then he got his ass handed to him. Damn. So yeah, I'm gonna be covering 1, 2, 3. I gotta cover Barbosa. Damn, I'm gonna be covering 4 fucking fights on this card. Shit. Yeah, well, yeah. So I'm gonna be covering that card, and also I'm gonna be covering UFC tomorrow. Busy. So let's do a little bit of Q&A. What's up? What y'all want to talk about? Open mic, open topic. Is there anything we need to watch? I'm like 2 days behind on like content. I didn't watch none of the Anthony Yarde stuff. Fucking, let's see if Matchroom PBC uploaded some new shit. PBC on Fox. I got some new shit. PBC face-to-face Spence versus Porter will likely air. In fact, I can check right now, but I don't know where my remote is. PBC Spence versus Porter could come on as early as next week. Face-to-face, where they sit down with Brian Campbell. What's this right here? What's this shit?
I mean, my whole thing is, I'm looking for the stoppage. And my whole thing is, I want to clear out the division. That's been my goal for the longest. So, I want Manny Pacquiao. I still want Keith Thurman. I want Danny Garcia. I want Terrence Crawford. So, I want the top names. I want the top guys in the division. And then once I finish that goal, I'll move up and, conquer another division.
Showtime Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman is still very much in the picture, even though he just lost to Manny Pacquiao. And then obviously Pacquiao is still right there. I beat Errol Spence. That doesn't mean Errol Spence is going away. He's still in that elite division, and he can still contend with all the rest of those guys. So I'm going to take care of him September 28th. Now I'm going to hopefully be going after Manny Pacquiao. Simple as that.
So you want to go after Pacquiao, assuming you handle business on September 28th.
That's it. That's all. That's the plan.
Showtime Sean Porter letting us know what his plans are following September 28th.
I am behind. Let's talk about the let's go look at it real quick. So what we're doing is we're doing random boxing topics. After this stream is over, I'm going to delete it and chop it up into individual videos. So when you see the individual videos later on, if you decide to watch them again, you're going to see what I did right here. It's going to make a whole bunch more sense. So it's kind of by design, but not. But Yeah, so this stream is not going to be available after it's done. So we're jumping around a little bit at the boxing schedule because I realized, like, I don't have a fucking car. So I decided not to get a rental car because I'm like, well, I do got to be in the house and work. But it's like, oh, shit. So I'm in the crib. Let's go look at Kovalev Yarde. You know, when Prograis and DeBella Entertainment released that statement, the first thing I thought to my head is, oh yeah, the World Boxing Super Series is going to get their shit together, and I expect for that fight to be announced soon. I'm sorry, Drew, I'm going to read that, but the alerts don't pop up on the screen for some reason outside of what you see at the top of the screen. How long you think Showtime is in boxing? Rick Glasser and Aaron predict not long. All this pay-per-view fights and Fox is getting the better fights. Your thoughts? Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier. PBC is for sale. I think that is confirmed, you know, whether you want to believe it or not. And if you notice, they're doing much better than they used to be doing. And you would think that this is the way they should have started, right? This is the way they should have started PBC. When they first launched, you know, what was that, 2015 or some shit? I forgot. So look at this, in my opinion, as like them shining up PBC for like an eventual sale. Something in the back of my dark mind thinks that Dana White Zuffa boxing press conference in October is going to be them announcing that they're going to be working with PBC or acquiring to buy them. That's exactly what I was about to say, Raphael. But see, I don't know. Like, I lost information. So one thing for sure is that whether you want to believe it or not, PBC is for sale. And I think that the reason why Showtime is suffering is because of they got to get PBC right, that free TV shit right. They've been so consistent. PBC has been like fucking #1 good. Like, this is the best they've ever been. Like, they fucking hitting their stride. You know, or in their stride. You know, they're consistent. They're doing PBC face-to-face for all their main events for not only PBC on Fox, but PBC on FS1. And fucking nasty-ass Mike Lee skipped the PBC face-to-face because he's a fucking nasty animal that needs to be caged. He skipped it, and Caleb Plant was pissed. You know, the like what they're putting in their PBC face-to-face show, their PBC countdown, their inside PBC boxing, you know, like, and then on fight night with all that locker room shit and everything, like, what? Correct. Yes, they are owned, you know, yes. Like, PBC lost a shitload of money, and I be getting mad, like, I really, like, get upset, because I be thinking, like, why didn't they fucking do this shit fucking when they first fucking started? What the fuck? You know? So, Showtime, like PBC, they have to commit to Fox, and Showtime, you know, are getting what's left. I'm sure that Heyman and Espinoza had to talk about that. This happened before when PBC first launched, and people were like, "Oh yeah, Showtime is dead." See, ESPN wants the content, and Dana buying PBC and then adding boxing would be huge. Is PBC adding new subscribers to the Showtime based on these bad fights? I don't know, but I wouldn't think that. Put it this way. The only reason why I don't have Showtime, like, for anything else. I don't watch none of the other shows. I would say the last Showtime show that I watched and followed was probably Dexter. And look how old fucking long ago that's. So, therefore, I've kept Showtime for boxing. I can't tell people like to keep Showtime for boxing. Because, you know, their biggest fights have been on pay-per-view. And what? Tank Davis versus Ricardo Nunez? And then we don't know where Tank Davis' next fight is going to be. Is it going to be on Showtime or Fox? So why commit to Showtime? But I think there's something involved where Top Rank and other promoters and like the Zone, they can't be involved in the PBC like purchase. You know, a whole bunch of legal corporate fat cat mumbo jumbo. But PBC is definitely for sale. Like, definitely. Well, Dana White's vision is, I can't wait for that press conference. So for those who don't know, Dana White and Zuffa Boxing are having a press conference sometime in October to announce their plans. The number one question people have is, with the Zone, PBC, and ESPN, how the fuck is he going to get into boxing? They've had somewhat of a soft launch into boxing where they air UFC Fight Pass cards, Roy Jones promoted cards. I've been covering them. But something just smells like they're going to try, like, the Endeavor Group. It's deep, man. I didn't want to talk about this. I mean, I'm going to answer your questions, guys, but it's like, you can't just talk about one thing without talking about everything else, like the Endeavor Group and all that shit, you know. I'm just pissed because I'm like, why the fuck wasn't they doing this shit when they first started? Like, this is what PBC, like, was supposed to be. Like, PBC been lit as fuck. Yeah, they've been having issues with injuries and shit like that, but overall, like, I love this content. Like the weekly show, what the fuck? Crazy. You know? So yeah, that's one thing I got to do today is make sure I fix my alerts and all that. This is like, nothing is working. Crazy. PBC is 500 mil. Yeah, that was true. There hasn't been an update though on what's going on with PBC in regards to how they're doing financially as of late. I'm sure they're doing their best to keep that shit, like, you know, secret. Dana White seems sneaky to me. I'm still like learning like what his role is in UFC, like overall. Like, does he have to talk to all of the boxers like every day? I mean, like, not every day, but you know, like, does he have to confirm verbally? Like, it's a lot of stuff I'm still learning about mixed martial arts, which is why I'm still dipping my foot into covering mixed martial arts. Like, I'm not just jumping in. All right, later, huh? Dana seems like the kind of guy that would rob his own grandmother. Damn. But, you know, how do we know he is in charge of the money and all that shit? You know, and what fighters make, you know? Drew, PBC sale is long due to network-ish, but if Dana White that's who they are, WME, that's the overall company, can buy it and go to ESPN, all pay-per-views will be through ESPN, cutting out cable and satellite providers by 50%, like they did with UFC pay-per-view. That's like that's the selling point. They would have all the pay-per-views. They would have but can Dana White be involved in that? Or would Dana White like oversee? I'm confused on how that would work. Like, would he? Like, is it legally? See, I don't know that legal shit. Is it legal for Dana White, you know, to be overseeing UFC and boxing? Or would that press conference announce something like, you know, I'm going to, like, would it come as like a somewhat of a role promotion? I can put it this way. I can't picture UFC without Dana White. I don't know. I'm confused. All pay-per-views will be through ESPN, cutting out cable and satellite providers by 50%. Can buy it and go to ESPN. It's crazy. They probably got what? I'm not reading that. Thank God I didn't read this fucking bigot shit that Santiago Solis. Yo, you're scum. Yo, you people are degenerates. Dana White promoted UFC using boxing commissions for their licenses. And you know what? I fell off of this story. I was covering it for like a while and like watching everything and like digging deep. You know, it may seem a little creepy, but I got this secret archive of like hidden Al Heyman pictures. Here, I'm gonna share one with you. Like every Al Heyman picture that probably been on the internet, yo, I'll be just like for real. Hold on, I'm gonna show you one. Fucking Al Heyman. I thank him. That man got some shit with him, no, boy, I tell you. Look, this is my favorite one. I'm gonna show you my favorite one. Hold on, let me crop it. Fucking Al Heyman. Alan Heyman. Somebody fucked up and called him Alan Heyman. Who was it? Anthony Durrell at the press conference. That's his real name, Alan Heyman. Obviously. That's what's on like all of his shit, like all his documents and shit. Isaac Chamberlain posted him signing with Al Heyman, with Al Heyman's signature and shit. Me screenshot. Yeah, I'm going to add this to an alert, this Al Heyman photo right here. This is what I call when you ask him, hey, Al, can I go over to the zone? Hold up, let me show y'all. Let me find it for you. Look at Al. Hold up. I got Al right here. He don't like it, though. He don't be liking, you putting his shit out there. But come on, Al. I was not happy. My man Al is not happy. Hold up. I got another Al displeased. Hold up. I got another one for you. I got a secret Twitch archive. Not Twitch. I keep saying Twitch. Dropbox archive of these exclusive ass Heyman photos. Hold up. I'm going to give you another one. Come on, Al. Damn, Drew spinning that bread. Hold on, Drew. Give me 1 minute. And Brandon, hold up, guys, give me 1 minute. Shit. Let me pull up. Look, y'all gonna like this one. He is clear. So when I fix it, I'm gonna make sure that every time people donate, this pop up. How y'all like that one? Every time I see that, man, I gotta let me get this shit off the screen and read these super chats. Hey, let's put him over here. Yo, I got some shit. I got shit from when he was young. Him take a picture with Michael Jackson and Eddie Murphy. No bullshit. Let's see. All UFC pay-per-view are through ESPN. Plus now I'm cutting out Comcast. Oh, the ESPN Plus platform. Oh, shit. But what does that do to Fox, though? And how long is the Fox deal? Is the Fox deal for 1 year or 2? And that's probably why Aram is not like real, like he hasn't been, he's been tame when it came to PBC lately. Do you notice he don't talk shit about them no more? T, glad you're back. Podcast is going to be fire. Yeah. The podcast is the most ambitious project I've ever done because it's going to be 2. It's going to be the boxing, and then it's going to be me talking about everything else. Get back to some of these comments. And we are off topic, but once again, remember, I'm going to edit this stream up into different like pieces. So one video is going to be talking about the Joshua stuff, and then now we didn't fucking talk about the PBC shit. So I got to edit that into a video. So what topic should we discuss? Am I missing something? Because we got to get this all over with, because after this stream is over, I'm telling you, this stream is not going to be available. Actually it is, because the music I used, actually the stream is going to stay up. But I'm still editing into individual videos. So this weekend, let's look at the boxing schedule first outside of the ESPN card. I know I'm covering that. So tomorrow I'm going to be working. So I know I'm already covering that. But let's see what else. It feels like it's a card going on tomorrow that I'm missing. Or that I'm not talking about. Here, Al, let me move Al. There. So yeah, every time somebody donate, Al gonna pop up on y'all. So let's see. What are we missing? Let's see. What are we missing? So I am gonna cover. Okay, I'm not gonna say 4. I'm gonna cover 3, at least 3. I'm gonna do 3 individual videos since it's the only card tomorrow. I may cover the Van Herden fight because I do want to give him, because he's been like working his way up. I may cover that. Johnny Gonzalez is returning. I kind of want to see Vincent Vegan Boots too. He is ranked very high by the IBF at 168 pounds and is looking like Peter Quillen versus Caleb Truax 2 is off, and I was really looking forward to that fight. No bullshit. So he could be ordered to fight one of them to be the mandatory for Caleb Plant. So I wonder where this is going to be. If this is streamed somewhere live, I'm going to cover it. If I got to watch it on YouTube, then I'm not going to cover it. UFC Fight Pass, as I was talking about, a Roy Jones card. Shelly Vincent, friend of mine. She cool as shit. Damn, I'm not even on Instagram like that no more. I don't even have none of her contact shit. She used to always show love. And then next week, I'm going to be busy. I'm covering the, obviously, I'm going to be covering the live streaming the final press conference for Kovalev versus Yarde. And I'm also going to be covering the Makabu fight. And this is the undercard. Not really too much there. But, yeah, it's going to be on ESPN Plus. It's going to be an early start time. I believe it's 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. But next week, that is the fight of the week. So I'm going to be like doing heavy coverage for that shit. Juan Francisco Estrada over on the Zone against Dwayne Beeman. Philip Hergovitz versus Mario Heredia. Liam Smith versus Lozano. I believe Charlo and Lubin versus both fought Lozano. John O'Carroll. Cool as shit. So, covering that. God damn it, Al. Get out of here. PBC on Fox Sports 1. Let me go get another bottle of water. I'll be right back. I gotta get another bottle of water.
He's gonna be champion. What I'm doing today is I don't know. No, I'm joking. No, we're just gonna work. Pad work, bag work, skipping, as they call strength and conditioning, which I call groundwork or body work. Every fight I've had so far has been just as important because it got me to this stage. And I'm not putting any extra pressure on myself. It's just going to be the same thing. The only difference is going to be going out to Russia. So again, when it comes to fight time, once you step in the ring, from what I've experienced so far, all that goes away once you step in the ring.
Normal day in the office. Bit of pads, bit of skipping. Teach us how to run away from the missus.
Just 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Each exercise.
Yeah.
And there's only 4 exercises. And then you go home.
Yeah. And then you...
Easy work.
That's the training session. The competitiveness of these two individuals is so much. And this is why I say we don't need no sparring partners. Ade doesn't want to come second. Andy doesn't want to come second. And I definitely ain't coming second. So the three of us really create this friendly competition vibe. And we're 18-0.
Still hasn't hit. What? Still no.
I had some beers last night. I didn't take my PEDs today. I'm definitely on PEDs. Jim's Border War says Yarde getting knocked out just like I'm trying to find a way that Anthony Yarde can win. And Kovalev is not just fighting for his title. Kovalev got a major lawsuit going on with that chick, and I follow the chick, and she was liking some of my stuff. I'm not gonna go any further than that. But Kovalev got some shit going on, man, and it's controversial and shit. Damn, I gotta talk about it. What the fuck? The fight's next week. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to dance around that motherfucker. But yeah, man, Kovalev got himself into some shit, bro. Like, for real, for real. I lost a lot of love for that man. Like, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Like, for real, for real, for real. They seem too playful in training. Well, it is edited content, bro. So, you know, it is edited content. Sorry, let me get to some of these. TstreeT is like you're a liar friend that you can't help but like. That's fucked up. Let me see. Hey, you're scum, Mumble Sports. You're scum. I knew people was gonna be like I'm lying. I'm not dumb. But yeah, I seen that shit though, but I'm not gonna, you know, it's nothing I can really talk about. So we already talked about it in detail, and as I said, after this stream is over, I'm going to edit everything up into individual videos. You're scum, Mumble Sports. You're scum. You know what I want to do? I want to take a fucking big piece of clay, and I want to just smack it right on your neck. You ever had somebody throw a piece of clay at you? That shit hurt. I want to do that to Mumble Sports. Some fucking Play-Doh. It's my homemade lemonade. Is Cole still training with McGirt? That's a good question. We haven't seen no Kovalev training shit. He didn't even have a media day. But at the same time, remember, Kovalev, he got that legal shit going on, y'all. He can't really be out there like that. You know? Who is his trainer? Ruiz got all his money. Where is bodyguard to protect him? Well, no, they're going to protect the shit out of him. McGirt definitely was a Dadashev trainer. I don't even want to talk about that fucking shit. Thanks a lot, bro. He's been in Russia. Yeah, but Kovalev really no bullshit has to lay low. These fights in Kovalev's career are the most important of his life. Not just his career, his life. He's got a major 8 million or some shit lawsuit. So he needs that Canelo fight. Like, Kovalev, you fucking dickhead. I don't want to talk about that shit no more. Covering that fight next week is going to be hard because it's like, how the fuck can you not talk about that? The damn dog! Kovalev, what the fuck? That's going to be rough covering that fight next week. For real, for real. Like, for real, for real, for real. And then it was rumored that he got into some more shit on the plane recently, right? All this shit is allegedly. But I seen pictures and shit. And like, no disrespect, but the bitch didn't beat herself up. Like, what the fuck? Rated R show, people. Like, what the fuck, man? Fucking shit is open. Might take a dive for $1. I don't know. He need that. My man need that bread. My man need that bread. McGregor. Oh no, this fucking asshole. Now. Remember, I don't like being in that fucking PC culture shit, right? My first thoughts is this. Now, people gonna try to twist this shit all up. He should know in his head that there's cameras. And that it's a gray-haired dude, so people gonna be like, if it's no audio, he can say whatever he want. Like, did the dude say some shit? But either way, it's like, bro, you look like an asshole. Let's go watch the tapes. Let's go watch the footage. And it's gonna trigger the shit out of YouTube, too. They're gonna be triggered as fuck. They definitely gonna fucking take this video down. But yet, they let motherfuckers like TMZ keep it up. Yo, he been involved in a lot of dumb shit, man. And I've been hearing about it and not just covering it. Like people, I got some videos of Conor McGregor allegedly leaving a crack house. Like you see like him walking out. his like bodyguards and him, man, dude, like that money, people be changing. That money change people. They gonna be triggered. Watch, they gonna be triggered as fuck with this video. So you know how people are, that ain't him, the video was too motherfucking, that's motherfucking him. You think he told him his liquor was shit? I got it back in February. I wasn't really a fan. I just got it because they had it on like this big ass display. And I was like, let me check this proper 12 shit out. What do you think dude said? And what if dude is just like 20, but he got like gray hair? People, I wonder how old dude is for real. And then also, look, as you can see, all these guys are his bodyguards, right? They're his bodyguards. So they should have de-escalated the situation quickly, but at the same time, they pay him, you know? I mean, he pays them. And dude just took it. Nah, it's no audio on here. It's no audio. It's just like the video footage. Yeah, that's weird. Like, why would you do some shit like that? So to me, you know, he's on that, you know. Like, I've been hearing he been like getting fucked up over there, man. And that this like little thing from him being from UFC is him trying to get his life together. That money changed people. And to me, I wouldn't be surprised if he blow through that money. You know? Yeah, I mean, you can pay dude off, but the video's already out. I'm sure dude gonna get some bread. And that drinking shit, man. I was out there. I used to be on that heavy drinking shit, partying and all that, like, and going out to the bar. No way. Like, it's only but so far you can take that shit, man. No way. But yeah, I just kept the bottle. I finished this off probably like maybe a month and a half ago, maybe. I just kept the bottle just because. But yeah, I didn't really like it. Just me. I'm just saying, you know, I support it. You know. I support it. Nah, he paid the street tax. They got the big guns in Ireland and tribalistic and very family oriented. But you got to think, in society, right, he should have known how that shit was going to look. You know, and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So the first thing I was like, oh shit, what the fuck did dude say? Drinking is worse than drugs, I do believe. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm saying, like, depending on what drugs. But that drinking, that shit, man, that shit ain't no joke. When Conor offered the drink, you can see the guy wave off saying no. Yeah, but what, you know what I mean? We don't know the context of everything. You know, what happened before that? But either way, he shouldn't have done it. It's like, you fucking Conor McGregor. You're an MMA fighter. Dude don't got no fucking, like, he can't handle you. Like, so it's certain people you got to look at like, yo, it's no wins. I don't get no win for doing anything to you. You know? It's no wins. You get no stripes. Like, for that. You know? So Conor right now, Dana released something, I think it was an interview or something he did where, you know, he was saying he's going to sit down with Conor around like this time. But Conor been having too much shit going on. Look at the timing of their retirement. That's when that fucking rape shit started coming out. Like those rape allegations. And I heard about that about 2 months before. Got into a big ass fucking, I got jumped. I got Twitter jumped by Vinny Paz, right? The fucking boxer, no bullshit. By his fucking Twitter publicist and fucking like her peoples. Because I retweeted some shit like with the Conor McGregor rape shit. Like, oh, this shit is like, you know, like weird. Like way before it came out. And they jumped the shit out of me. Like, who the fuck is this? And then Vinny Paz. Like, who are you talking about that to my publicist? I'm like, oh shit, Vinny Paz, chill. I watched Bleed for this, bro. I saw it. No, I'm not even joking. They jumped the shit out of me. Like, oh yeah, when a real man shows up like Vinny Paz. When a real man shows up, he shuts up. Because once the boxer once Vinny got into it, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm just retweeting some shit. Yeah, man, they got me good. They're like, you're just some YouTube journalist and you're... Yeah, Vinny was pissed. He was pissed. I think I said some more violated type shit. What'd I say? I think I told her to go change her tampon or some shit. I got real nasty on her. I think she had sand in her pussy. I said something nasty, like real nasty. Like, and then shit just hit the fan. You know? He's like, what? Talking to my publicist? Don't you know? And I was like, oh shit, Vinny, no, it's cool, bro. It's cool. I didn't know that was your bitch, bro. I was like, I ain't know, you know. So I humbled up real quick. Yeah, man. Brown has been. What are we talking about, Lucas Brown? What are y'all talking about? No, we just chewing the fat for about another 15 minutes. You know, so therefore I can have like a night. I like when I edit my videos up to get that music shit out at the beginning. I like for it to be like an even time. Like 2 hours, 1 hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 30. You know, even if it's a little second, maybe a minute or two off. So we got some time to chew the fat. And next week it's going to be busy. Busy. What if Kovalev lose, though? My God, he better not. Miss Pretty Pink Acres going to get him. Claudia Trejos. Oh, yeah, I just was lurking on Goose Melly Kodo page yesterday. I was liking all her. I be all on her page. Kodo wife, I'm a fucking no good sinner, man. I be covered in my neighbor's wife, man. I be all over because she got Kodo wife. She got 2 pages. She got like her regular page, and then she got her freak page, like where she like posts like her erotica and erotic like clothing. I like that word erotica now. She got her erotica page. I'm dating a chick who got a erotica page. Bertabiev Volzdik is coming to Philly October the 18th. I'm going to be there. Yeah, go to Kodo Wife page. I'm telling you. And if you're there, like if you catch her at a good time, she'll upload or post a treat, and then she'll take it down. Like she'll like be down there naked, and then she'll take it down. So you gotta be watching. Your eyes gotta be open. You gotta be watching. Yeah, Bevo, I'm interested what he's gonna do. I'm interested what he's going to do. Yeah, we got about another 10, 15 minutes left. Put the link to what? Oh, her erotica? Let's go look. Let's go look at Miss Guzmelly Cotto. I be all on there, yo. Look, look, it's already right there. It's already right there. It's already right there. I be watching from afar. Yeah, that's hot. That's Miss Guzmelly. Here, I'm gonna zoom in. You thirsty fuck boys. You some thirsty asses. Y'all some look at you. Y'all some thirsty. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. What is wrong with you? You guys sicken me. And then she got her. I forgot which one is her Freak Nasty page. Is it this one? See, she got 2 pages. Remember, she got 2 pages. I think this is the regular. Oh, this is her friend. That's her friend. That's her friend. I don't want to see her son. All right. We're going too far. All right. I did that for you. I did that for you, the people. You know, y'all told me to go look at it, so I looked at it. Yeah. Every now and then, I'll be just scrolling like, what you up to, Miss Guzmelly? What you up to, Miss Guzmelly? While Cotto over there hanging out with his friend. Sleeping in that bed with that other dude, Cotto. You, Cotto. And Cotto out there. Don't get me started on Cotto, man. Don't get me started. Let me see. All you got to do is look. Google Cotto friend. Look. Oh, my bad. I put cop friend. Google Cotto friend. You get nothing good out of it. Look, just Google a simple Google search of Cotto friend, and nothing good comes of it. Nothing good comes of it. Nothing good. While Miss Guzmelly sits at home, yearning. Fucking motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers, man. James Kirkland's back? Where? James Kirkland been missing like 2 years. He was supposed to fight Cotto. Remember that? They were supposed to fight in that stadium and that shit just got canceled. No. I'd like Kell Brook. You leave him out of this. Yeah, don't you know I met Cotto and his friend? Okay, a friend of mine. I went to New York before he fought Saddam Ali. It was a friend of mine that came up from Puerto Rico, and I was like, all right, bro, yeah, I'm gonna meet you over there and everything. So we went out drinking heavily. We're in like literally across from Madison Square Garden in like this one of these famous ass bars. We drinking our ass off. It's like fucking 12 a.m. So it was me, him, and like some other Puerto Rican guys. So we go to the press conference, and don't you know, I'm drunk as a skunk. So it's me, him, and these other guys, and Cotto's fat friend was up there. And he gave me like I looked at him, and I was wondering like, oh shit, I've been talking all this shit about him in like my videos. I wondered if he know me. And then he turned around and gave me like this look, and you know, he got that chicken neck, and he looked like like he did like the look like he knew me, like it was a double take, like. And I was like, oh shit. And I just like, I made sure that whole time I stayed away from him. I made sure I stayed away from him. He was watching the shit out of me. Like, he was watching. I got the footage. In fact, let me see. I'm gonna pull up the footage. Kovalev press. I got the footage. And don't you know I get the super flu and go into a coma right after that? About a month or so after that. Fucking super flu, man. Oh, chicken neck. Damn, I'm not gonna be able to find it. But yeah, I was up in that joint. Live streaming. But no, he not fat no more. He had like a gastric bypass or some shit. This time we got left. Yeah, he not fat no more. But yeah, he definitely knew who I was, though. He definitely knew who I was. Like, he would, like... Yeah, somebody else, years ago, we were talking about that with Sergio Martinez, how you never seen him with no bitches. But no, Sergio Martinez, I think that rumor was dispelled or debunked. Yeah, my birthday coming up. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Be the big old 3-6, man. Getting up there. I'm kicking 40 door down. Showed up late, T, but show some appreciation. Thanks, Red Dog. No, I gotta fix the alerts. They're not popping up on the screen. I don't know what the fuck happened and why they're not working. I'm clicking it. None of it's working. See, look. I'm clicking it. It's not working. Kodo friend wanted to make. No, he just like I was going. Like it was at one point every year I used to troll Kodo. I guess you can count this year, 2019. He's got his troll with this video, and I would never forget that HBO 24/7. Like when he was sleeping in the bed with the dude, and the dude is like brushing his teeth, and then Kodo go to like stick his finger up his butt. Like what the fuck? And then like walking to press conferences and media events, holding hands and shit. And I'm like, you got Miss Goose Mully Kodo at home, bro. But sometimes, you know, you would read some headlines of some shit went down at his mansion. So sometimes she be fucking him up. I hear she always be whooping Kodo ass. Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck. I like Linux, man. I didn't have a chance to see the what is it called? Joshua had a special come out on Sky Sports yesterday. I'm very good at getting all that overseas content. It's not on YouTube. You haven't seen it. I'm going to try to get my hands on it later on today. But where he was talking about Lennox Lewis and shit, because all you saw was the clip. But it was actually a full something on Sky Sports. But, you know, with certain people, like Lennox Lewis paid his dues. And to be honest with you, I can see how Anthony Joshua is upset because Lennox Lewis has been always very critical of Anthony Joshua. He's always been very critical, you know. And then him posting that little tweet like, look, see, Lennox Lewis, here, I'm going to show you. Posted a tweet yesterday like, look, I've gave him praise before. It just made the whole situation look worse. Yeah, no bullshit. Kodo's wife was whooping his ass allegedly at one time. Like every now and then you'll hear some domestic dispute at the Kodo residence. And it turns out it's her whooping him. Like, yo, bro, stay your ass home. So wait, what were we looking for? What were we looking for? What were we looking for? Oh, Sky Sports, boxing. It's called AJ, The Untold Truth. It is on Sky Sports On Demand.
No win for me.
The likes of Lennox Lewis.
I'm going to try to get this. At one point in time, I actually was heavily trying to get Sky Sports over here. Like in the States. I want a service where I'm able to like have like, you know, those international channels. Like I want access to BT Sport. I want access to Sky Sports with the actual channels, because this content right here is not available on YouTube.
Came back from?
No, I got some nice ass copyright kung fu. Don't get me wrong. You know that copyright shit is a pain in the ass, but my copyright kung fu is like, technically, I'm kind of like a YouTube expert in regards to that type of shit. Like that's my shit. Like copyright, that's my shit.
Massive losses.
Linux is a clown. I don't respect Linux.
Like in all honesty, I'm generous in regards to putting this FBI disclaimer shit up. I really don't have to. I just try to like I know how much content I can use and when. So when I be doing that shit, it's just like not to trigger them too much, but they be on some weirdo shit like when it comes to their content, especially Sky Sports.
Fighting Ruiz wasn't the people wanted to see.
Does the loss not hurt him more?
Ruiz was no win for me.
The likes of Lennox Lewis came back from massive losses.
Lennox is a clown. I don't respect Lennox. Fighting Ruiz wasn't the people wanted to see.
Does the loss not hurt him more?
No, because I know I can get it back.
How's it felt with your peers, other fighters, suggesting that you quit?
Yeah, see, so it's on demand over there somewhere. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna fucking find it. I'm gonna get my hands on it. So, final questions before we get up out of here, because I got a lot of fucking editing to do, man. You got 10 minutes. I'm gonna read comments. I like Anna Woolhouse. Lennox Jamaican. Yeah, what is Lennox Lewis? I can't stand him and Joe Goosen on commentary though. And on PBC on Fox. I can't stand it. Fucking arguing, bickering and shit. She can pickle my guys are fucking thirsty ass fuck boys. You know that? You guys are sickening. Half Jamaican, half Canadian, half British. Oh. Like me, more than a man. Yeah, I'm not feeling Fox commentary, man. I wish they can have, I love Mauro Ronaldo, man. He adds so much, but Showtime, man, I don't even get how some deluded U.S. Mexicans even think it's anywhere rare. Well, like I said, I have the contract. I'm going to edit that video up and y'all be able to this is what I want. From the information I've told you and from when I edit that video up and put it back out, I want you to use that video if you can or have an open mind. Every time you listen to an Eddie Hearn interview involving a situation, every time you listen to an Andrew Ruiz interview involving a situation. As it stands right now, he signed the contract when he signed for the first fight. Right? That should be logical common sense. It's not like they go to him with another contract and say, okay, Andy, here, rematch clause, but here, sign this again. Don't work like that. He's trying to get more money, which I understand. I think he deserves more money. But Matchroom don't have to give him shit. They don't have to give him nothing. Yeah, budget issues over on Showtime. Showtime built those fighters up, and those fighters have matured now. That's why you see the top PBC guys all getting their pay-per-views. Look at how Al Heyman is taken care of. I've mentioned it many times. Look at how Andre Berto got his money grab against Mayweather. Sean Porter's getting his pay-per-view against Errol Spence's 2 pay-per-views. Mikey Garcia got one. Keith Thurman got one. The only one mainstream guy, like the main, is Danny Garcia. He didn't get his pay-per-view yet, but they wanted him versus Mikey Garcia. But Errol Spence, from my understanding, was bitching, and wanted it on pay-per-view. I'm not seeing there's nothing wrong with what Errol Spence was doing. He wants more money, and he wants to be able to sell himself, Have you watched Thai Boxing? No, I didn't watch his last video. I would love to help Thai Boxing, man. I thought about reaching out, but, I kind of can't. Because I know exactly what he's going through. And he can still do his content and, talk about the crazy shit he talk about, but he can't get monetized. Is he now? I don't think he should tone down his content. That shit is golden. But I can see how he do run out of shit to say, though. That's not an easy job. And you may not understand it. Those videos that he put together, they're not easy to produce because he's got to do the audio overlay of the video. That shit's not easy. He be in the lab editing. You know? They've been there for Ruiz. That could be for Cardiff, but they would rather go to Core, but Ruiz is trying to get out of it. Well, you know, we still have like information to learn. Who you got, Diaz or Pettis? I don't know, man. I'm casual as fuck when it comes to UFC. But I think it's always been known that fucking Pettis chin been suspect, right? And my man Diaz been on for fucking 2 years? Longer? The fuck? Will the Saudi card be stacked? I don't know. They're talking about putting a who was he saying putting on that card? Callum Smith is returning. It's not going to be Callum Smith. He's returning in October, November, while Billy Joe Saunders is returning September, October. So they own the same timeline, but not the timeline to fight each other next. I forgot. Don't be surprised it's going to be a guy like Joshua Buatsi. They're going to, Derek Chisora, Joseph Parker. Thank you for subscribing to Dwight. God damn it. My alerts aren't working and it's pissing me off. So you can see it up at the top. See this shit right here? You see that? But see, it's not popping on the screen. You know, it's not popping on the screen. God damn it. Khan versus Payano. What the fuck? Khan best stop fighting these. I'm just sick and tired of Amir Khan. You know, I don't want anything. Amir Khan is, you know. But I got to go do some food prep. We got 5 minutes left. Got to go do some food prep. Got to come back down here, edit this shit up. Make a little run to the store in an Uber. And bring my ass home. Get these videos out. Fix up my website. It's been a disaster the last couple of months. It keep crashing on me. I like to fight, but Parker is going to bust him up. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's going to be Ruiz Joshua 2, Chisora Parker, or Parker Chisora. Usyk is returning in October. The fuck is the e-bike? I want a bike. I'm getting a dog next week, finally. As soon as I get my car back, I'm going to go pick up my dog. I pretty much already... the process is not finalized. So hopefully they don't pull no shady shit. They already got my application fee. Yep, I'm getting a pit bull puppy. My name is Freddy Krueger. Electronic bike? Oh. Nah. Walk my ass to Planet Fitness. They say Foreman getting close to $2 million for Jojo Diaz. That's a big fight, though. Like I said, I'm behind in news. I do know that Gervonta Davis turned down some money, right? Or his team turned down like a career high payday to fight on the zone. Takam fight out the window. Takam has just signed with Star Boxing, I believe. So maybe the fight is out the window because they think, you know, they can try to get more money for him, I guess. I don't know. $5 million, yeah, I don't know. You know, it's going to be interesting to see what Tevin Farmer does. Like, when he fight, his next fight's got to be a big fight. I mean, I want to see him versus Gamboa, especially since Gamboa was looking good. But do I really want to see him against Gamboa? You know? When it's like, better fights can be made. Yeah, you did get thanks for subscribing, Alfredo. Hey, don't be a hoe. Don't be a thought, Alfredo. That's why I fucking try to put these bots and shit up here to do it for you. So I don't do it so I don't have to do it. Don't be a thought, bro. I like Former versus JoJo. And to be fair, when it comes to Tevin Farmer, outside of there really wasn't... I don't want to get into it. I like how vocal he is, though. And I was out of line talking about his crazy eye. His former crazy eye in my last video. I don't know, man. Shit is all broken, so I'm going to have to figure out what the fuck is going on. This hasn't been like I told y'all, like, this shit don't be easy getting all this shit on the screen and shit. And making sure all the dimensions and all that, right? That shit ain't easy. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. 14 text messages. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Depending if you bring your mom back with you, bro. What? Yeah, the batteries are a ton, but good range. What are you talking about? Top 5 weigh-ins? That's a fucking weird-ass question, man. It's a weird-ass question. I've seen some fucking horrendous-ass weigh-ins, though. I don't like motherfuckers like I want them to do, like, UFC and, like, get the big-ass fucking round tube you put around them and shit. So when they got to get naked on the scale, you don't see shit. I don't like when they come out with a little-ass fucking towel and I see fucking man-ass. Like, I don't want to see that shit. Like, or, you know, like the towel slip a little bit. So, yeah, I've seen some horrific weigh-ins in that sense. Sean Porter had to once cut a braid for his last fight. He had to get butt-ass naked and cut one braid to make weight. And they celebrated like a motherfucker. That's like, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah! Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say, like, yo, this weigh-in was lit as fuck. Like, what are we looking at? It's already, like weigh-ins are... a weigh-in is the only, like, event, from my knowledge, right? Unless you, like, into, like, fucking wrestling and shit, like that fucking Roman Greco style or whatever shit, rolling around on the ground. Where, like, men look like, yeah, he looking in great shape. And then, like, niggas don't be gay. Like, nigga like, yeah, like, he cut, he lean. Ooh. You know? So, I don't look at weigh-ins like, yeah, this was a nice weigh-in. Like, unless you know, that's not my shit. If that's your shit, that's your shit. You know, but after I see they make weigh-in, I don't want to be looking at the motherfuckers' bodies. Canelo Golovkin 2 weigh-in. Andrade has agreed to sign Canelo. Where you hear this crap? Everybody can't invent their own weight class like Canelo. Yeah, Canelo weight. Oh, Chavez Jr. versus Angulo might be added to Spence versus Porter. That's going to be lit. I'm looking forward to that. Bye, guys. See you guys later. Expect for these this stream to be cut up into a nice little easy to follow format. I'm going to fix all my notifications. This is TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.